We are in second video, we are talking about similarities and differences between PA4 and PA5. Now, when you turn on PA5, let us start from this side and talk about this side, left side of PA5 comparing to PA4. Left side of PA5. Turn on the keyboard and then you can see intros, variations, fills and everything. So those things that you see, you can clearly read and you can know what is function of that. So if you want to start a keyboard, you have to press, if you want to start keyboard to play as arranger player, to have split between hands, a solo section right hand, a left section arranger, then start, memory, if you want autofill, and you have split point here, and decide. Actually, all those functions here are similar to the functions on PA4. If you are familiar with PA4, you are familiar with this one. We will talk now about differences. Now, this section here, difference in this section is this window that is telling us which functions we can use with those sliders or those buttons and those buttons. We have something here in PA4, but in PA4 we don't have that window, and we have here written functions in 2 rows. And if this light is down, that those functions we are using. If this light is up, then those functions. And we have some buttons. Actually, we have one button that is moving from functions to functions, you can see. But here, now let us move that camera a little bit closer and to see how it works here. Oh, let me move this cable back. Now, in this keyboard, we have this window. And if we press main button, then it will tell us in this window what is function for those potentiometer. If light is here, view, it says view, it is only for view to see functions of the potentiometers. If when you press view down, that it is, you can see what are functions for those buttons. So now microphone on, microphone off, harmony on, off. So whatever you want to do, you can do with those buttons, or you can mix those functions. When you press keyboard pad, same thing. Now you can see what you can do with those potentiometers or with those buttons. Now if you press style song, same thing. Now, if this light is here up, that means you can see what you are doing with those potentiometers. You are mixing bass, drums, percussion, part of the style. You are mixing them here right away. But if you want to mute some part of the style, then you can see clearly percussion, mute. If you want to mute accompaniment 2, mute. So whatever you want to mute, you can mute it here on this section. Those buttons and this, it is working. It doesn't matter in which view mode are you. View mode is just telling you what you can see. Easy edit, draw bar. It means if you are using organs, then you can see what you are doing with organs. But if you are in sound mode, piano or something else, you can control attack, decay, release, whatever is here, you can control it. And user, it is for you. You can decide what you want to control in user. And this button is another story. So what is actually this button here? Last one, record, edit. Remember in Korg PA, let me just take this camera like this. In Korg PA4, we have modes. We have style mode, song mode, sequencer mode, sound mode. So if we want to edit style, we go to style mode, and then we can go to editing of the style mode. If we want to edit sound, you have to go to the mode, particular mode. But now, in this keyboard, we don't have that anymore. In this keyboard, how is this working? Now, when you press edit button, you are right away, you can choose what you want to edit. There is no any more modes. So now you can go to sound editing, sample editing, audio recording, new pad, new style, pad editing, style editing. So whatever you want to do, you are directly to the point and you can do that. So that is about that last button. Now let me explain a little bit main screen. So in main screen, what do you have? You have option to choose style that you want to play. This keyboard doesn't have any more modes, so it thinks like Korg used to think in this model when you play MP3 file or MIDI file. When you play MP3 file and MIDI file, you are playing them directly from USB, from hard drive, from SSD drive, from SD card. So directly from there. And then you can play them with players, player 1 or player 2. Now, when we don't have modes, and when Korg is able to play directly everything with unlimited number of the styles, now it works on the same way. That's why now you are able to use player to play style, because styles are on the same location like in PA4 where they were MP3 files or MIDI files. So now here is same thinking. So that's why you can play on player 1 or player 2, you can play even styles. And now if you want to play styles on player 1, press style there, actually main window. And now when you press that, now you have option to go factory styles, and you can go to the category of the styles. I mean, they are sorted by genre, ballad, whatever. You choose style and you can exit here and you can play that style. Now, make sure that this Windows is active. Now, look at that. This Windows is active. If you move X fade on right side, then you can choose style from player number 2 and you can play it. If you move it to left side, now you can hear style from player number 1. But if you are in the middle, you can play two styles, this style and this style as well. You can play both of them and you can hear both of them, and it will adjust tempo for playing on both of those styles. So that is for styles. Now this button is to choose instruments from category. Those category of instruments and those instruments, they are actually combination of the sounds. Now those are not sounds that we had in sound mode in PA4. Those are combination of the sounds, sometimes called performance in previous models. So if you want to see which combination of the sounds, so everything what you can see here, it is actually here. Those are as well combination of the sounds. Combination, you choose nylon guitar, and then you can see what is in this combination of nylon guitar when you press to the keys. Now you can see what is there. There is one guitar. You can get more sounds in that combinations, but you actually chose combination that is called nylon guitar and focuses on nylon guitar. But you can add some sounds there as well. It is not just one sound of nylon guitar. If you want to go and change just that one sound, you will click to nylon guitar and you will choose another sound. So you can and its sound is going to be on this position. So you know already that it is similar like in Korg. So just I want to tell you what is that, just to remind you. Now, okay, those are combinations. Let me exit from there. So you can choose them here, from here, combinations of instruments. Look, and when you press that here, you already see combination right away. If you are in main window, you will just see whatever you see when you go to combination of instruments. So now combination of instruments, and you can choose them, and you can go here. You can see actually that combination right away, that combination of that instrument. So let us say choose this instrument, exit, and then I can see what is there. So see that? Okay. So rest of the keyboard is similar to PA4. Okay, those two buttons, one is called File, another Setting. Those are actually same buttons that we have on PA4, just here they are called Global and Media. Global and Media. So Global is here Setting, and Media is File. And we have here, as a bonus, we have paths, but I have to make video about those paths, one special video because it is going to be a new story and a little bit longer. This video is enough for today. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in my next video.